What does it mean to shift your identity, to do identity shifting? First of all, I would like to call it personality shifting because it fits more into the frame of how I explain things. So, the thing about getting what we always wanted in our lives, about living a life where our relationships are amazing, where we get the sort of money that we want, where we get the sort of situation in life that is just more how we would want it if we could choose. All of that stuff, whether it's a good experience that we have or if it's a bad experience that we have, it is going to come back to what is going on within you. Who are you as a person? How good is your sense of self-worth? How is your self-love? That determines a lot of how much you're actually able to create into your life. Because you always get a reflection in this world of how much you believe that you are worthy of. Because that is deeply connected to your beliefs, which in turn fuels your personality or your identity, which is what is responsible for manifesting and creating the experience of life that you have. So it is the way in which you think, in the ways in which you take action, in the ways that you react to certain situations, your behavior and your attitude that shapes everything about you, that in turn manifests your current life experience. Do you have the things that you want? Do you have the satisfaction, the fulfillment? Do you have the success that you're looking for or that you would want on a deep level? If that is the case, then that means that you are deeply connected to the core of who you are, to all the amazing things that's going on within you, and you can express that and you can work with it. How does that look like? You speak up for yourself. You're a confident person because you believe yourself. You believe that you're worthy to speak up and go after all the things that you want in your life. The identity or the personality is fueled by the emotional state or the energy or vibration that we have. So if you want to shift your personality into a better one that can manifest better experiences in your life, then we need to take a look at what it is that fuels the personality and what it is that drives the personality to do the things that then later on manifests whatever our life experience is. There are two states that you can be in. So you can either be in a state of, and I think Carl Jung was the one who said this, progression or regression. So progression is when you are fueled by a very abundant and joyful energy within your emotional state, which connects you deeply to who you are as a person, and everything that you touch turns into gold. Because you're fully in the present moment, operating from the heart and who you are. This is compared to regression, where you have a lot of uncomfortable energies within you. You might have shame, fear, anger, guilt saved down into the body from challenging, traumatic experiences in your past. Perhaps you had a family dynamic that wasn't good for you. I touch on this a lot in my videos. Perhaps society doesn't really cope well with the sort of authentic self it is that you really are. Maybe you're more of an artist and you're born into a society where productivity is more valued than perhaps what you truly and authentically are. And that can make us bury certain parts of ourselves beneath very challenging emotions that we don't have a good understanding of from the experiences in our life, how to deal with, and so we just buried it for now because we can't express it, we can't have it. And so this fuels a state of regression, because when you have negative energy or uncomfortable energy and uncomfortable and low vibration, then that means that you are going to have that reflected in the personality, in all of the small negative quirks and features that we all can have. Maybe you're overthinking stuff, and because of that you procrastinate and you never get anywhere. Maybe you are shy, you're an overthinker, you have a low confidence. Physical addictions, porn, alcohol, tobacco, drugs, whatever it is, all originates because we have uncomfortable or a low vibration within us that we are operating from, right? And so in turn, all of these addictions and all of these things that we got going on, all of these very negative things within our personality of not going after the things that we want, settling for relationships that is below what we would truly and authentically want to have in our lives. We kind of just adapt and accept situations because we need these situations so badly in order to sort of distract ourselves from the fact that we don't really feel that good. We have a low sense of self-worth, we have a low sense of self-love, which is tied in once again to our beliefs and how much we believe that we're worthy of, right? And this all ties in with the personality, how much we believe we are worthy of. We don't want to overstep that, because if we overstep that, then that means that as we receive more abundance, we are also met with those emotions of not feeling good enough, as they are being highlighted by us realizing that life is starting to get better. And that is usually when we self-sabotage, we go back into old programs, we make sure that we stay in the same place, and these loops keeps repeating, and we stay in the same identity, we stay in the same personality, and things remain the same. So identity shifting and getting just the life that you want to have on a deep level, becoming your true and authentic self and living an authentic life that is just amazing in your own unique way, comes to being able to deal and be embraced with this underlying current of what currently fuels your personality in a negative way, so that those things don't exist anymore, because it is those things, our thoughts and those different patterns that we have of different programs that we just adapted because we don't know how to be present with our own vibration and energy, that leads us to manifest an experience where we need the next thing. We keep chasing another relationship. We keep going for the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and it never really ends. Or we just feel that we're stuck in a loop. That is something that I was feeling a lot in my life. And it was very daunting to over and over again find myself in the same spot and just be like, fuck, I've been here so many times. And I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. And it can be hard to understand what you're doing wrong in a situation like that, because we're designed, programmed to be unconscious to the real cause of what is making all of this repeat itself, that is making it so that we don't get into our fulfillment, so we don't get into the abundance that we seek. Because we're constantly in the act of doing something that sabotages our chances of getting there. We keep missing out on these opportunities and everything that could potentially take us to where we want to go. So the reason that it keeps happening over and over is because we're running from the energy within us. Shifting your personality is required to manifest the life that you want to have, because you're the one manifesting it. You're always creating your life, for better or worse, by what it is that you're always doing. So in order to have a better experience of life, we need to shift what it is that we're always doing. What we're always doing comes from the energy that is existing within us. If it is uncomfortable energy, which comes from many different experiences that we could have had within certain situations, that gets saved down because we didn't know how to handle it. And then you can see it later on reflected in the personality, but more than that, also in the experience of life that you have. If it is not as good as you want it to be, or if you're having challenges, it is only for the simple fact that we don't want to be in the presence of this energy that is at the moment unconscious to you. Because when you live your life through programs of being an overthinker, of taking different drugs or whatever it is, working 24/7, You numb yourself to your emotions over time as you are constantly distracted by what it is that you're doing. And then we think that these distraction mechanisms that we're always engaged in is what is going to lead us to our fulfillment, but they were never meant for that. They were only ever meant to distract you from the uncomfortable energy, from the emotions of shame, fear, anger, guilt, and so on, that keeps your self-worth low, keeps your self-love low. Because naturally your self-worth and self-love is abundantly high. You don't have to do anything to have a high sense of self-love and self-worth, or to manifest an amazing life for yourself. That is effortless. And if it is not effortless, it just means that you have lost connection to the effortless nature of who you are. And so all that there is to it now is to learn to become in the presence of these emotions again that are currently unconscious to you within your body, and process them through the experience of them, no longer run from them. And when this happens, you shift the personality and you authentically express yourself as you are, and you start acting authentically as you are, living from the heart and the body, instead of living through the mind that is distracting you from the body and the emotional state. And instead it becomes a tool that helps you and that you can work with, instead of running your entire life because you have lost touch with the whole mechanism that is your entire being. Oops. I have a 30-minute subconscious success course where I talk a lot about how to get into the process of awakening these emotions again that are currently saving to your body, that is responsible for the stuff that you're going through. So check it out if you want to learn how to do that. And thank you so much for being here and watching this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.